Hi, I'm Grandpa Gary, and I just got here. Today is day 8 of my 365-day challenge, and I'm back in the church parking lot, and I have what's got to be one of my favorite biplanes I've ever owned, the FMS Pitts. This thing is, I just love the size of it. I can throw it in my truck without taking it apart, and it's a 6S beast. I'm just having a lot of fun with this airplane, and I'm excited to get it in the air today. We do have a little bit of wind coming from the pond, which works out great because I love the approach for the landing, and this thing doesn't have any problem with taking off. So let's get this thing in the air and see how it goes. Flip my hat around. Recently, I've had a couple comments about all these airplanes and how do I get them all. Well, to tell you the truth, I pay for them. It's expensive. I do try to sell them. I don't try to hold on to them real long. If you're still seeing them, I still have them, obviously. But if there's an airplane that you haven't seen in a while, it's probably because I sold it so I could buy more. Let's get it in the air. Oh, look at that. Knife edge the other direction and climbing. Nice and easy. Woo! So I had that in the stall a little too low. I want it usually about that high. So I got time to get enough speed to pull out of it. And I almost reached those trees. So let's not do that again. Plus it was upwind. So I was already into the wind. So coming out of the wind caused a problem for the pull out. So we won't do that again. Work out a little better this direction. You come out of it into the wind, so you're getting more airspeed over the tail. Downwind roll. Not always the best idea, but I was doing okay. Giving it a little bit of up. And we'll force it over the top nice and fast so as not to reach a stall. Here we go into the wind for the roll. And come out with it. Turn the other way just a little bit to make sure I can pull away from the lamppost if I got too close. Correcting with the rudder. Taking that corner kind of tight. Man, I love this airplane. Not letting it get to the stall. I kept power on it. See those big stripes on the bottom of the wing, and then the star burst or sun, kind of like the rising sun marks on the top of the wing. Rolling it over the top. I was trying to work it into the knife edge, but I never got the nose up quite good enough. A little bit of a stall, but kept the airspeed going. We'll bring it around kind of quick so I can get it into that knife edge. There we go. I think it can do it a little slower. Let's try it again. Maybe a little more alpha. Make sure we're going into the wind. Give it all that rudder I can. There's a little bit. Half throttle to 3/4. It did pretty good. Little bit of waggle. I'll let it climb up there. We're flying this on an HRB 4000 milliamp hour battery, and I've had pretty good luck with these batteries. It's the same battery I use in the Arrows F15, and so I've kind of liked these, and luckily I've been able to run them down each time I use them, so I haven't had to worry about discharging them. I kind of wanted to do a touch and go. Keep a little speed in it down there. There we go, coming around nicely. Oh. Well, good thing I practiced that touch and go. That'll give me an idea of what I need to do for the landing. I think the timer was set for 5 minutes, so we still got time. I haven't heard it telling me it's time yet. Come over the top into the wind, but then coming down out of it. So you want to stay in a little bit of power instead of letting it stall over the top like you would if you were going into the wind like this. You would just cut the throttle and let it kind of stall over. But make sure you come back in on the downslope. And I tell you what, the way I learned to fly airplanes, cutting the throttle completely out often, is why I struggle to fly drones. Because drones don't like it when you cut the throttle all the way. And when you try to recover, they don't like that either, because they're usually falling and it starts doing all kinds of weird stuff. And I really struggle with drones. I've tried a few. I'm just not real good at it. I'm sure I could do like a camera drone where you just kind of tell it where to go and it's super easy, but anything sporty at all or without any kind of gyro system, I've not been able to do. So my radio told me my 5 minutes are up. So we'll take it back around to line it up for a nice smooth landing this time, instead of the bunch of bounces like I got for the touch and go attempt. With my hand still on the power in case I don't like the way it comes in. It could have looked a lot better. So I'm gonna take it around. We'll go one more time. Still in the power here, about half to 45% maybe. Oh, I just lost the rear wheel. I don't know if you guys saw it take off. The rear wheel pulled off of there, so I'll have to fix that before I can fly this again. But for the most part, it was a good flight. Happy with it. And just need to make that tail wheel a little more robust, and we'll be good. So day 8, we've completed the flight, and the mission of 365 days is that much closer to being accomplished. Hopefully, if you guys are following along, you've already subscribed, but if you haven't, please subscribe. Hit that notification bell so that you see every one of these flights. And as always, give me that thumbs up and leave some great comments. Until next time, I'm Grandpa Gary, and I just got here. Kevin Trappen, I don't know if you're watching, but I saw that you put a super chat a couple days ago. I appreciate it so very much. Your guys' support has really been helpful. I appreciate all my Patreons too. You guys are an amazing group.